Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. This is the 89th episode of Let the Women Tell It. I had a couple of these I wanted to share today just to put out some new content. This woman, this young lady, and I'll put her link in the description as well, laments that she didn't listen to her parents before she made some life changing, life altering moves. Like so many millions of women have done. Uh, and they're paying some kind of price for it. But survival. I mean, it might not be the end of the world, but arrested development is the best that can happen, and complete destruction is the worst, especially if you're trying to do single parenting all by yourself. Um, we have the receipts in society about how well that's working. So she goes through her own rant about not rant, but a kind of educated thing about if you had a do over, that she would have done it differently, which is cool. So, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can check out her content if you want, because the link will be in the description. And share this video because maybe, just maybe, we could save a woman, couple of women, or two from making a mistake that this woman made, and doing things differently. To be bluntly, marry before you carry. Anyway, here goes. We're gonna share this and listen up. It's about 4 minutes or so.
Be the only one that feel like this or has ever said this to themselves. But I just came from Quick Trip and I was sitting in my car, sipping on my little, I got iced coffee now. And I saw a family get out of the car, with the kids, the mom and the dad. And man, sometimes it's used to happen a lot more than it happens now. But there are times when I'm sitting in my car and I see families and I'm just like, dang, I wish I could go back in time. If I had known then what I know now, it sucks because it's the decisions that we make really affect us, not just me, but and not just you, but for generations. If I had known then what I know now, I wish I wish I could have that family, or had that family with the biological mother and the biological father still together, still like each other and still love each other. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't want to be with that person and never did really. But I wish I had picked the right man to have children with and to marry. I wish I had done that. I wish I had done that. And really, I hate to say it, but I should have listened to my parents. I should have listened to my parents. They was right, y'all. They was right in the mud. I know some of y'all young folks may be looking up here. You don't know what you're talking about. He's different or she's different. No, no, they not. They not different. And your parents know. They can look in their, if your parents any halfway judge of character, if they look in their eyes, they're gonna be like, nope. They can tell by the way. They right. I know you don't want to hear it. 99% of the time, they right. And you will cry tears if you don't listen. Understand, you gonna be sorry, baby. You gonna be sorry later. You gonna be crying, sliding down the wall. Sorry. But man, if I it makes me sad at times. Um, but I understand that the decisions I made, it must stop with me. And I have to pray for my children that whatever generational stuff going on is going to, it may start with me, but it's going to end with me. And the same thing cannot continue down in generations. I can't have it. So I have to take those steps, those proactive steps to stop it right in its tracks. I made bad decisions, but you know what? I'm gonna try my darndest to make sure that my children don't make those same bad decisions. Also, don't get it twisted. I wasn't the only one that made a bad decision uh, at all. Okay, it takes two to tango. Okay,
All right.
two. But on my part, I can only speak for me. On my part, on my decision,
Listen, I'm gonna stop it right there because this is where I can understand where women equivocate because to get pregnant it takes two for sure. However, you got to take full responsibility and full accountability for your own womb, right? Here's a little trick secret for you. Men will take sex from women any way you give it. It's at your submission that they can enter. That's it. Uh, you have the right to say no, and that goes for the courtroom and it goes for the bedroom. And the vast majority of uh, men will listen to you. So if a guy who is not worthy of marriage or anything like that wants to have sex with you, if he doesn't have a condom, you can't rely on him to say no. And it's you would like to, but it's your virtue that you have to protect. You can't ask a man to protect your virtue. Unfortunately, 90% of the men won't. You know why? Because men don't get sex like women get. So when they have the opportunity, you're going to follow their nature. So it's your body and it's your choice. And that's not only true in Planned Parenthood table, it's true in the bedroom as well. And your no is true in the assault case in court, and it's the same thing in the bedroom. You can't get away from it. You can't have it both ways. You tell a man no, most men will say no. Now, I understand you guys are horny too, but you can't always expect, and you should never expect a man to protect you from yourself. You know what I'm saying? If he's not ready and he doesn't have the equipment to make sure you're safe, you have to say no. You just do because you can't rely on a man to do it for you. 99% of the men won't. They just won't. Even the good men, okay? They're gonna follow your lead in the bedroom. They say men have access to marriage, and women unequivocally control the gateway to sex. Just no doubt about it. You can't put that off on a man. You can, but you'll only be fooling yourself. So anyway, for all the way up until that point, that's the only thing I had to interject. A lot of women won't agree with me, but I don't care. It's just the way things are, not the way you want to be. Anyway, this is good. Let her continue.
I I should have listened to them from freaking day one. Day one. But you know what? I'm not the type to live in the past. Just sometimes you see certain things and you reflect like, dang, if I had only did this, if I had only listened, if I had only not did that, or if I had only, it's something inside just be like, ah. But if I hadn't gone through what went through, if things didn't turn out the way they turned out, I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't have anything to tell my children. I wouldn't be able to tell them no life lessons because hey, I know how this gonna turn out because I did it, or I didn't do that, and so it's just how it has to be. But what are some of y'all regrets?
I thought that was pretty good. I think she did a good accounting of her situation. That one little blip I would expect because, full accountability is just hard for ladies, period. But the truth of the matter is, responsibility is on both people. But you can't expect a man to be in control of your womb. A no means no in the courtroom and in the bedroom. And your submission has to happen before sex happens, unless a man is committing a crime. It's just as simple as that. Can't get out of it. Or pain, marriage, politics, and sports. Over and out.